Hello, this is Sabyasachi. Today in this video I will be covering about unsupervised learning. In the previous video I have already covered about what is supervised learning, what are the advantages of supervised learning, what actually means by supervised learning. So in this video I will be focusing on unsupervised learning as I mentioned on my first video. So unsupervised learning is like exploring a new city without a guide. Imagine you move to a different country where you do not know the language. As you walk around, you start noticing the patterns. What are those patterns? Suppose certain areas have many restaurants and many food stalls. Some streets have also the lots of cloth stores, and other areas maybe filled with some office buildings. Even though no one told you what these areas are, but you can guess that this side is a food district, this side is a shopping district or shopping place, and this zone is the business zone. So this is exactly how the supervised learning works. The model usually finds the patterns and structures in the data without anyone explicitly telling it what those patterns means. Unlike supervised learning, where we actually provide the correct answers to them, in unsupervised learning the system must figure out the things by its own and analyzing the relationship within the data. So the clear-cut definitions, you can find it from your book, you can find it from internet also, that unsupervised learning is a type of machine learning where a model examines the unlabeled data. Can you remember about what I mentioned on my first video of supervised learning, where actually we used labeled data, and here we are using the unlabeled data and finds the hidden patterns, structures or relationships without any prior knowledge of the correct output. So what are the steps of unsupervised learning? The first step is the input the raw data. The system is given a large data set, but it has no labels or prediction categories. Number two is the pattern recognition. The model look at the data and tries to find some common features. I mentioned in my last example that you are finding the patterns, means these are the food stalls, these are the business areas. In a similar way, the system also try to find some patterns on the raw data. Okay. Number three is the grouping and the structuring. By finding the patterns, finding the features or the similarities, it organizes the data into the meaningful patterns or the clusters. And number four is the understanding and application, means the discovered patterns now then used for the decision making, like the recommendation systems, and if there is any anomaly within the data, the system will try to figure it out. So the biggest example of unsupervised learning is the customer grouping in the e-commerce section. Imagine you are running an online store and have thousands of customers, but you do not know their preferences. So you want to personalize the marketing strategies, right? But how can you do that without labeled customer data? So here the unsupervised learning comes in. The system analyzes the past purchases, browsing history and the shopping behavior, and it groups customer into the categories such as the tech lovers, customers who mostly buy the electronic products. Number two is fashion enthusiasts who basically frequently buy some clothing or some makeup kits. Number three is the budget shoppers, customers who actually look for the discounts, for the deals. Personally, I'm a mix of tech lover and a budget shopper. Once the system groups these customers, you can use this information to create targeted promotions, personalized ads, and better customer experiences. Suppose you are using YouTube nowadays. You just type about something, a song or something, anything on YouTube. After the next couple of minutes, you will get your personalized suggestion on the home page of YouTube. So how can it be done? It is completely done by not completely, it is partially done by the unsupervised learning. There are two main types of unsupervised learning. Number one is the clustering, as I mentioned, grouping the similar kind of datas. Clustering is one of the most common techniques in unsupervised learning. The model actually organizes the data points into the groups where similar data points are placed together. The first example coming on my mind is the Google News categorization. If you visit on the news.google.com, you will notice that the similar news articles are grouped together. You might see a section for politics, you might see another section for the sports, you can see another section for the entertainment, and the system automatically clusters related articles together even though no one is labeled them manually, right? And another example is the market segmentation in businesses. Suppose companies use clustering to group the customer based on their preferences, the demographics, geographical locations, and the behaviors. And this helps in launching targeted advertisements, personalized product recommendation. So here some common algorithms used in unsupervised learning. So basically in unsupervised learning there are lots of algorithms are available in the market, and there are the algorithms are really powerful algorithms. So the first algorithm is the k-means clustering. So grouping the similar data points into the k clusters used in the customer segmentation, the document classification, etc. Another popular algorithm is the hierarchical clustering. Means it creates a tree structures of data relationship which is actually used in gene sequencing and the image classification. So one of the biggest advantages of using the unsupervised learning is it saves time and effort, as labeling data can be more expensive and the time consuming also. Finding the hidden patterns, detect structure in data that human might miss, and this is great for complex data, and this is works well actually when you are dealing with some big data. And one of the major disadvantages of this unsupervised learning is, since there is no labeled data, the meaning of the discovered patterns might not be obvious. Means the result may be wrong, right? And another one is it is hard to evaluate. Like in the as you can see, as you know, in the supervised learning, where the accuracy can be checked with the labels, and in this case it is difficult to measure how good the unsupervised learning results are. And obviously the computational expensive, obviously this is a computationally very expensive models, and actually this is very popular in the section of self-driving cars, where understanding the road patterns, detecting the obstacles. And as I mentioned previously, the YouTube, Netflix, in Bengali there are hoichoi suggestions are actually based on the unsupervised learning, majorly based on the unsupervised learning. So obviously unsupervised learning is a very powerful tool that helps machines to discover the hidden patterns and some insights without human intervention or human supervision. So from customer segmentation to the image processing, to the fraud detection, to the recommendation system. This unsupervised learning plays a very crucial role in the field of artificial intelligence. So I hope this video helps you to gain some knowledge about unsupervised learning. In the next lecture, I will be briefing about reinforcement learning. Thank you so much.